Garage sale? No, it's not a garage sale. I'm keeping all this crap. This is just the stuff that's in my car, man. What's up, warriors? It's Kyoshi Dave Herman with 5 Elements Tactical Training, here to share with you some warrior skills and drills that anyone can learn and everyone should know. If you're new to the channel, welcome and thanks for stopping by. If you already follow us on social media and that's how you found your way over to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell notification button, and YouTube will let you know when the next video drops. So you can get all sorts of cool content from here as well. So I often get asked the question, why do you have so much crap in your car? I'm like, it's not crap, man, it's my stuff. And as a prepper, I guess, as a guy who grew up with cars that broke down from time to time, I always liked road trips and stuff like that. And again, I'm of the mindset that every time I had a bad experience, it really like kind of burned me or stung me. And it was like, oh man, I'll make sure I never get caught without that thing again. So I get asked all the time, hey, what do you have in your car? So we're going to bust into it, all right? So what we're going to do, though, is I'll show you like the stuff that I have in my, like my console and my immediate grabbable area, my glove box and my console. Then we'll go into some of the stuff that I keep in the back of my truck. And I've had smaller cars, and my wife's car is a lot smaller than mine, and a lot of the stuff, I don't have it in all of the cars, but there are certain things that are in all of the cars. And it's just things to keep you safe when you're on the road traveling that you should have. All right, so here we go. All right, so the first thing that I usually have in my car is my coffee. That's in the thing right next to me, in the cup holder. Always my Stanley insulated travel mug. And I usually have an Nalgene bottle filled with water, and that's just mine. The kids in the back, everybody always has a bottle of water, and then I always have some more water in the backpack, just in case you get stuck without it. In my immediate, like my console where you throw your change and your stuff, I always have my sunglasses on my visor. I have a flashlight and a spare battery. This flashlight takes a special battery, so I make sure I have a charged spare with me. These are seatbelt cutters and window breakers that I keep it attached to the shifter of my car, so it's bright yellow so anybody that's in there driving can see it. When you pull it off, you have the thing that could cut through your belt, and you push this thing against the window and shatters the window. We'll have another video on that. So my window breakers. These are, I have another video coming up with these. This is, I keep these in my car in case I go somewhere with my kids that we're going to, I'm afraid they might get lost, like a carnival or amusement park or something like that. And it's got their important information inside of it. They wear it like a bracelet. And we have a bit of a system on, I teach child abduction prevention. It's one of the things that I teach in my martial arts school and through my, through the 5 Elements program. So there'll be a separate video on these, but I always have them in the car with me in case we go somewhere. I say, hey, put on your bracelet, because they don't carry wallets and stuff like that. I always have a lighter close by. I always have a cutting tool close by. I have this little mini multi-tool, which I just thought it looked pretty cool. It reminded me of a guitar I used to have, still have. And I got it at Cabela's for, I don't know, 10 bucks or something. And I just got it as an impulse buy, but it's come in so handy, and it's so tiny, it takes up almost no space. I always have another multi-tool, but this is like a little mini one that sits in the front. I always have a pad and some writing utensils if I got to drop a note for somebody, remember to do something. I always have a ruler, so when I go to Home Depot or you know, wherever, and I got to remember measurements or when I take measurements, I always have a small tape measure close by. This is just a toiletry bag. It's usually in my door because I work a lot and I live out of my car a lot. So I always have stuff to keep myself, you know, good hygiene. Baby wipes are in the glove box. Small boo-boo kit in the glove box. Tire gauge in the glove box. Extra chargers. I only took out one, but I got a whole bunch of them in there. A headlamp, you know, just in case you need to change a tire in the dark or something. You throw this thing on, you turn it on, your hands are free to see what you're doing. Behind my seat, I have a big pen in case I write, like I'm always writing stuff down for work and the channel and stuff like that. But again, in case I need to write a note, I have markers, and crayons work really good too, even in the rain. And this might be a lost art, but man, a road atlas. This one's I think all of North America. Might be just the United States. But I don't typically leave the United States. But paper map for, like, you know, I've been through police work. Sometimes we got to go on long trips and stuff, and you go through these places where your phone doesn't work and there's no reception. So it's good to have some paper maps and to know how to use them. I don't feel like I'm old enough to say kids these days, but I feel like kids these days don't know how to read a map, and that's something we should remedy. All right, we'll go into the back now. All right, so I just thought of it while I was swapping out some stuff, is that I hope we all know that you're supposed to have your license, registration, and insurance card. Usually I have my license obviously in my pocket, but my registration and insurance card is in the glove box so that it's right there in case you get pulled over and you need to produce it for police officers. I've gone through like this. My grandfather, still rocking, he's 97 years old, and you know, lived through World War II and the Depression and all that other stuff, and I learned a lot of like useful knowledge from that guy. And he was of the mindset, he's like, Davey, get yourself a milk crate and just keep it in the trunk of your car, and that's where you keep your jumper cables and your fire extinguisher and some tools. And I always kept it pretty simple, and just because I overdo a lot of things, a buddy of mine had this bin, and I was like, wow, that looks cool. But he uses his truck, he goes fishing at the beach and stuff like that. I said, oh man, I got to get one of those. And instead of like ditching the milk crate and getting that thing, now I have both of them. But I could definitely condense it. I don't know if I could fit all of this stuff in here, but I'll show you what I got. And do you have to have all of it? No, but you watch this and you kind of sift through it and see what you need for you. So at the very least, I always have a blanket for my kids. So I have 2 small sleeping bags that they're just fleece, and a big wool blanket in case you break down in the winter time. We use it for going to the park or the beach or whatever. But I have a few kids plus me and my wife. There's always at least 5 of us in the car. Sometimes my dog. So again, to keep everybody warm, these are shop towels. They're just heavy duty paper towels. I always have some contractor garbage bags in my car. I broke down on the side of the road at the police job one time, and the mechanic comes to save the day, and he came with a garbage bag and a hammer. He laid the garbage bag on the floor, knew exactly where to rack the car underneath it, and he was there for all the 5 minutes, like, try it again. And I'm like, bro, you just showed up with a garbage bag and a hammer. He's like, yep. But it worked. So I got the garbage bag. I'll figure out the hammer part. I have some sweatshirts and just jackets and stuff like that. This is really just like my spring, fall, winter. Keep this in the car. When the kids say, oh, I'm cold, I got a sweatshirt in the back. Oh, Dad, I forgot my jacket. Oh, that's right, I got one in the back. So this is really just like jackets and blankets and stuff. That's how I keep it organized. These are a couple bungee cords. I don't know how they wound up in there. All right, so 3 items that I have with me all the time. In my car, I always have a fire extinguisher because in case I got to put out a small fire, I'd rather have it not need it than need it not have it. And it also works good to be able to pick something and crack somebody with it in case you had to, for just in case. This is a small tire compressor that plugs into the jack of the car. I have a tire with a slow leak, comes in handy all the time, and I even got an extension cord in case I could, I guess, fill up my wife's car without having to figure out where to plug stuff in. That came in real handy. This is a kit that if you watch my videos, you've seen this in another one, and in it, it's a really, really small. I built this thing years ago. I didn't build the bag, but it's got a small light on the side. It's got a little pry bar tool on there. I'm sure there's a fire starter in there, a small boo-boo kit, some wipes. Yep, boo-boo kit. Little multi-tool, extra batteries, some stuff to wash yourself, flashlight, fire starter, zip ties, duct tape, paracord, lighter. It's like a little mini survival kit. By itself, it would help me get a fire going. That's about it. Maybe take a tarp. I always have a tarp in the car. I'd be able to get a shelter going with the amount of cordage that I keep in here. So these are 3 things that they don't take up much room. They sit in the back of the car, and I don't leave home without them. Obviously an umbrella. There's a bunch of us, and so it's Daddy's umbrella, Mommy's umbrella. I got a tarp. I think I have more than one tarp in here. This is a 7x9. I have so many tarps, I probably have more than one of them in here. It's a tarp, spare backpack, in case I break down, I got to throw a few items in there and stuff that I have in here and bring it with me. Or I leave a backpack at home, which never happens. But if it does, I got that. I have these little mini lights that you hang from the coat hanger if you don't want to. They're just really bright. I think I got them at Home Depot or something like that. They were a few bucks. LEDs, they're super bright. They hang from the coat hanger thing in the car. And that's that. And put this stuff away, and I'll show you what else I got. Of course, I have a jack. The spare tire is underneath, but the jack is wedged in that spot. There's a small compartment that I very rarely use. I guess it's always blocked by other stuff. Oh, and this other crate that I have in there, that's really just like snacks and water and I don't know about food, probably a few cans of soup or something, but some candy, some lollipops, things that, like, again, I have kids, so things that kind of keep them occupied and quiet. When I go on a road trip, I really just take a couple of things out and to make room for the luggage. But other than that, my car is pretty like road trip ready. Again, I have several jobs. I work a lot. I'm on the road a lot. You know, I'll do a security gig out on the island, and something else in the city, or shooting classes and all sorts of stuff. So I work out of my car a lot. So I kind of have it always ready where you're picking up one kid and dropping him off somewhere else, or you're at work and don't forget this one on the way home, and that type of stuff. So I always have stuff with me. All right, so I really do like this case. I got this at Home Depot. I think it was like 30 bucks, something like that. It's pretty. I haven't broken it yet, so that's pretty good. That's a good sign. I break everything. All right, so I have a, told you I had another tarp in here. This is tarp. This is a bag valve mask for helping somebody out with some CPR. This is a set of jumper cables. I got just this little cinch sack at a street fair or Carnival or something, and I just keep my jumper cables in there. That's a must-have, absolute must-have. Fix-a-flat. Tube for siphoning gas, water, whatever. More sweatshirts, I don't know why. Extension cords. Extension cord. In case you need to, for the dojo, we do a lot of street fairs and stuff, and every now and then somebody says, oh, you could use my power if you got an extension cord. So I have an extension cord. Trauma kit. That's like, again, we have a video on trauma kit that I have. That's the essentials that are in there. Some paracord, toe strap. These are, what do you call them, ratchet straps. 2 sets of ratchet straps. Bag for carrying crap. Roll of gorilla, not duct tape, gorilla tape. Tent stakes, more tent stakes. Those are just for tying down a tarp. I got a trailer, I got my trailer hitch. That's why this damn thing is so heavy. Some cordage, like a big thick rope. Some glow sticks, in case I go to a rave. WD-40. There's a cool light. It's cool. It's LED. Runs on I don't know, 3 AA, AAA's. A bunch of bungee cords, which I use for a ton of stuff. Some packaging tape. This is the extension cord for your cigarette outlet. Cigarette lighter thing. Magnesium fire starter. My buddy starting his motorcycle to make me jealous. All right, so this is another thing that I usually keep in my car, especially during summertime. And I just change the water out. You know, I drink a lot of water, and the family drinks a lot of water. So I always keep it in the car and wash it out. I don't know, every other day, every 3 days or so. I don't leave it. I put it in, we use filtered water. When I fill it up, it goes into a clean container. So if it sits in the car, it's cleaner than some other water I'm sure I've drank in my life. And I usually have it like strapped. I put it right here to the front of one of these. I bungee cord it to one of my cases, milk crates, and that's kind of where it lives. Oftentimes during the summer. In the wintertime, I'll have different things like obviously shovels and, you know, winter type stuff. But for the most part, this is like my everyday carry for my vehicle. So if there's things that you think I'm missing, definitely let me know in the comment section below. If you think I'm nuts and carrying way too much crap in my car, let me know in the comment section below. If you got any ideas for me on stuff that I might be missing, I'm all ears. And if you're liking this stuff and you're really digging it, let me know. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up and like this video. If you're really digging it, give me a, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification button, and YouTube will let you know when the next video drops. If you're really totally digging and you want more, you can find us on all social media platforms at 5 Elements Tactical. That's all I got for now, Warriors. So until our paths cross again, pray for the best, prepare for the rest. I'm Kyoshi Dave Herman with 5 Elements Tactical Training. Thanks for watching. Rain. It's raining. If it ain't raining, we ain't training. This is a lot of crap to have in my car, don't you think?